Hi, welcome to Krishna Kone Live Talks, and today is 21st March 2020, and the book under review today is a book called Imagine It Forward by Beth Comstock of GE, General Electric. She's on LinkedIn too, and she has wonderful opinions about innovation, change, which are core concepts of GE. And this book talks about lots of things, and it also talks about the influence of Jack Welch and Jeffrey Melt on Beth. And this book is woven around three core concepts of G. So those are change, ownership, and innovation. So let's come to first point, right? The change. As G always talks, like change is the only constant. It's the only constant thing in life and work. So so change always, till the time it happens, it looks like very hard, but once it happens, it looks like it's inevitable. For example, have you seen in one of your teams or the teams around or groups where you think like, oh, it doesn't look like things are flowing in this team or group, but the teams are surviving, and suddenly you get to know that, oh, that group got closed, the team got closed. Then you suddenly think, oh, that's inevitable. It was on phase, but oh, it changed because yes, when it happens, you think it's obvious, right? It's inevitable. So that's the beauty of change. And it also talks about change, right? So these days, when things are disruptive, we got to learn to live with ambiguity. If things are pretty clear, right, and then it's day-to-day life, it's day-to-day rut, there's nothing new, it's boring. So if something you want to do new, there will be ambiguity, and you have to learn to live with ambiguity, how to handle that, and then live through it and make it a successful one. And it also talks about how you react to change. See, you cannot handle, or you don't have control with the things happening around you, but all that you can do is how you react to it. For example, a change happens like in 2020. Now, due to corona, the stock market crashed, so it's like it's bleeding everywhere. So what you can do is, you cannot control that, but what you can do is how you react to the changes happening around you, because this also will pass through and things will be great in the coming, if not in months, in few years. So just hang on. And the second point is ownership. So gee, they always talk about owning the stuff, right? It's about own your work, own your life. If we come to life, own your life. You are responsible for your life. Don't wait for any certifications or permissions from others. It's your life, and you better know what's right for you. And then it also talks about having assertive and having opinions about things. If you see, like most of the times when you are called to a meeting, right, in your project or in your office, the expectation is for you to be opinionated and to give your opinions and perspectives, views, and add value to the discussion. Otherwise, there's no point of going to a meeting, right? So make a difference, have an opinion about the things, and be assertive and confident to express it 100%, and learn to weave a story around the stuff so that it's interesting. That's also a key to sell the concepts, or sell, or taking your view across. And it also says like, take a job where there's a room for growth and a room for experiment. And when you are doing the job, make sure that you're learning something from the job. It's not just like, oh, we have to finish the job in 1 or 2 days, uh, and you don't learn anything out of that gig or that task. That's meaningless. Learn. Your goal is to learn also while finishing the task. And the third point is innovation. It says that the beautiful sentence like, the future is not in our stars, but it's in our imaginations and the actions we do. to fulfill those dreams. If you see like any, like if you go to a meeting or anything, normally people feel like, oh, there's a conflict, it's scary. But the point is, conflicts are the triggering points, are the primary growth engines for any innovation or change. So conflicts are mandatory, especially during the planning phases of any project. If you go to a meeting and where the brainstorming is not there, or people are not including you there, it's like one way, right? Like a political speech, they will tell you what they did and what they want you to do. Nobody will ask you what you really want to do. So if you are in those kind of teams or projects or meetings, run away, because the inevitably is going to happen. So there got to be brainstorming, there got to be two-way communication, and people should include you, not exclude. Wherever there is inclusion, there's a great future for you and for the team and for the company. And it also says that irritation is the mother of innovation. If you are irritated by something, that's when you know that you got to change it, you got to make it work. And it also says that change always starts with you. So make sure that you change first before asking others. And it also talks about lots of things around ownership, change, and our lifestyle, the way we have to change it. And it ends with, whenever you pass every day through any pathway or whatever it is, you see lots of unique opportunities around you. Please make sure that you stop by and grab a few on the path. Thank you. Have a great time. Bye bye.